Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that. Lust or strength. The 11th mystery of the tarot. To begin, this is a good card to begin with. Let's see what this is all about. This might be, a new creative energy coming into your life. It might be a new passion. It might be a new love affair, right? It doesn't have to be romantic, doesn't have to be sexual with a person. A love affair with an idea, right? With a purpose, with an intention, with a new project. But then maybe with a Cancer person. Let's see. Let's put the rest of our cards out. Good major arcana energies, and look at that. We've got the Queen of Wands, we've got some Pentacles, some more fire, and some more earth. This looks really nice so far. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. One random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. I think this one is a good one. We'll put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. Now we're not going to look at that card until the very end of the reading. And it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need, okay? And if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments below, okay? Let's see if we can raise our vibration. Let's see if we can collectively tap into our intuition and discern this mystery card together as kind of a group exercise, yeah? I hope you'll play along with me. But first, let's see what we have. We got major. Big cluster of major arcana here. Very strong spiritual energy. We have some fire, for sure. We have fire. We don't have, this is interesting, we don't have any water. We don't have any air. What we do have is earth. So we have a lot of fire and a lot of earth. Now, I love the fire to earth connection, and I say this almost every day, lately at least. The connection between fire and earth is like instant creation. It is having an idea and following through. It is getting the impulse and putting it to action. It's having the inspiration and the manifestation. It's heaven to earth. It's above to below, right? It's a direct connection to creation, to manifestation. Now, what gets in the way of that is usually, well, what's missing here, the water and the air, the cups and the swords, the thinking and the feeling, right? Our human personality, our doubts, our questioning, our vacillations, our reasoning, our intellect, all that stuff impedes the connection between fire and earth, right? Making things happen, right? Getting it from the impulse to the behavior. Right? Sometimes that's a good thing, right? Sometimes we want to have that impedance from our thinking and our feeling, from our beliefs, from our values, so that we can stop a behavior before it manifests, right? So this could be, could be a very good thing. It could be a very bad thing. Excuse my voice today. I'm getting over a throat and chest kind of cold here. But we start with the Lust or Strength card. I think you're ready for this kind of inspiration, for the kind of inspiration that we don't want any impedance to, that we want to go straight to manifestation, right? This is the impulse to, like I said at the beginning, I feel like there's a new passion, maybe a new passion project, a new interest, perhaps a new love interest, a new love affair, right? And I use that in the broadest sense possible. Because that kind of energy can be put into any a new avocation, a new career, a new project, a new person, yeah, a new experience, right? A new creative project, any kind of new hobby or activity, right? But it has this kind of creative force behind it. It has this passion to it. So I think you're really going to be meeting with this energy. Now, it's coupled with this Cancer energy, this Chariot card. So it could be something that's going to take you on a journey, right? Maybe literally, maybe just figuratively, but let's think of it as perhaps literally, right? That it's going to take you away from home. It's going to take you to new places. It's going to get you involved with new people. It's going to bring you experiences that you haven't had before. It's going to bring you novelty, right? I wonder what this is. I wonder what it's going to be. I wonder if maybe you already have an idea or not yet. We'll find out perhaps as we go through this. Now, it's interesting that we see the absence of the water and the air. There's no cups, there's no swords, right? We do have the deep connection with feeling, with passion, with the impulse, with the deep spiritual will. We have fire and water right here with these two. And we could even say that we have a little bit of air back here with the Wheel of Fortune with some Jupiter energy, right? That's kind of like the air. But otherwise what we have is this really intense desire to do something. Maybe it's a desire for travel. Maybe it's just something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you've always fantasized about it, or you've always kind of dreamed of doing something like this. And now is the opportunity, and now you're just going to go for it. You're not going to talk yourself out of it this time, right? Now, up above everything, we see the Hierophant. I think that what you're looking for is some sort of guidance, right? I feel like you're going to be meeting with a great teacher, a mentor, somebody that you are learning about this new skill, because I feel like I almost feel like you're traveling abroad to learn a new culture, learn a new language, learn some new skills, or that you are perhaps traveling to a new career, right? Traveling to a new employer, maybe traveling to a new school or university or trade school, some kind of an art school perhaps. And there's this idea of having to kind of receive the wisdom of it, to learn how to do it. Right? We've got this passion, we've got this inspiration, and now it's just really about absorbing as much information, as much data, as much of the culture, right, as you can. So I really see the Hierophant as kind of your aspirations, kind of what we're hoping for, right? And the hopes and dreams here might be that you're really hoping to find that kind of mentorship or that kind of wisdom, right? And maybe not from one particular person. It could just be generally from the scene, right? From the environment, just soaking it all in. And the dream really is that perhaps one day you would become a master of this craft, a master in this field, right? So that you would eventually be in the place of this Hierophant, right? So there's something here with right now we're in the kind of learning, absorbing phase of it. But then I feel like in the future down the road, that's going to switch, and then you're going to be the one that is providing the wisdom to those that come after you. Okay? And again, with the fire to earth connection, I feel like there's nothing stopping you right now. There's nothing that's getting in the way of fire to earth, all of this fire to this earth here. But let's continue with the major arcana. Now we've got the Wheel of Fortune back here. And this is sort of in the past, is sort of what's behind you. It's kind of what's been pushing you forward. And this is divine timing. This is Spirit's timepiece. It's the cosmic wristwatch. And I think that you've had this aspiration for a while, but the timing has never been right. And this is what I mean where this card kind of takes the place of the air energy, Because I feel in the past it was, maybe the timing wasn't quite right. You kind of talked yourself out of it. You said, well, I really want to do this and I will do it someday, but maybe today's not the day. Other things have to come first, etc. I feel like this is behind you now. It's as if Spirit is saying, this is the time. Now there are no excuses. Now there is nothing holding you back. And now all we really see is connection. Fire to earth, fire to earth, fire to earth. It's even interesting here because the Hierophant is, well, Taurus. It's earth, right? And the lust or strength card is Leo. It's fire. And it's fixed. They're both fixed. Right? Fixed fire and fixed earth. It's commitment. It is, there's no way that this could not manifest now. Yeah, you have this connection. Yeah, we have a little bit of water, a little bit of air. And we need that. Because we need to feel that this is aligning with our life's purpose, with what we perceive to be our destiny. So we have the air and the water here, in a certain sense, representing our beliefs and our values, our thinking and our feeling. Right? Logically speaking, there's going to be no better time than now. Spirit saying go. Right? And then emotionally, in terms of your values, this aligns with your purpose. It aligns with what you feel is the best way forward for your life. Right? It really resonates with you on a soul level. Yeah. So we've got these two taking the place of the water and the air. So there's no interference now. Spirit is saying, look, there's no better time than now. And everything really is balanced in such a way that it just seems perfect. It's kind of, I'm just looking at these cards and they just seem like they are meant to be together, you know? And then we've got all of this fire and obviously the earth to talk about. Well, what's this Five of Pentacles doing down here beneath everything? This is the whirlwind of change. The Five of Pentacles is called worry because it represents the movement of the mechanical world. It represents the ground beneath our feet. We're feeling it shift, right? And sometimes if you're not really expecting it, it could take you off guard. It could make you a little dizzy, right? You ever sit there very, very still and you almost feel like you can feel the earth spinning around and it makes you a little wobbly? Or as my daughter would say, wibbly. It's that kind of sensation. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. And it could give us a little anxiety. It could allow for some worry here. But this is about things moving. Things are not staying put. Things are not stagnating. Right? We're doing things. We're making progress. We know it's going to be difficult. We know there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of moving parts here for whatever this big passion is of yours. We're going to have to move things around, you know. And that's part of the fun of it, I think, is moving these things around. You know, if it does involve travel, well, this is, you know, making sure that you turned off the water heater or that you turned off the stove and make sure you got your bag packed and you've given the cats enough food for a few days or whatever it is. Just preparing all these little things, the little details, things that have to be done, you know. And this is also a little bit of that feeling like the ground is kind of moving beneath you. And I think that what we're really striving for, and that's what I'm feeling with this one, because this one, to me, this feels like stillness in a way, right? It's a balance between fire and water, this card. So there's a certain trust in all of this motion. It's almost like we're right there in the center of it. You know, when you were a kid, maybe it still happens to you now, you're riding in the car and you're seeing the world go by outside the window. Did you ever get the feeling like maybe the car, maybe we are not moving, maybe everything is moving around us, right? Maybe we're just staying still and the world is going by us, right? That's this kind of stillness that I'm thinking of, where it's not the dizziness of movement, right? Of being just at the mercy of the moving parts, you know. But it's the feeling that we are still, right in the center of it. And we're just watching everything go round, you know. And I feel like that's what we've got over here with this one, with the Queen of Wands. It's water of fire. So there's a certain understanding, a certain tolerance, a certain patience within this card, right? It's a lot of fire in the exterior, right? Because we're fired up, we're passionate, we are making the decision, we're not holding back, we're not making excuses, we're fired up, right, with this card. But inside there is this stillness, this connection, this deep water, right? And I feel as if this is allowing you to not get so carried away that it's just a frenzy, right? This card looks very poised, very much in control, very fired up, right? I wouldn't want to cross this person. Very fired up, very ready to go, but still maintaining that centeredness. Yeah, I think that's good. What we see next is interesting because this is a Seven of Pentacles. It's in the position of the environment. I predict that what is taking place in generally with you, what this is going to be is a break from the usual routine. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, right? It's not we don't kind of have the Monday through Friday, maybe the Saturday, typical stuff, right? This is that one day where things completely change. It's the day of rest, right? 7 is the Sabbath day. This should be Saturday, I guess, but whatever day it is. It's completely different than the routine. So this is something that I think takes you out of the daily activities, your daily responsibilities. And maybe it is kind of just a one day a week thing that you're going off to do. It doesn't have to be some big thing where you're moving overseas and you're, studying with some ancient master and your entire life is going to be completely overhauled. It might be that, yeah. It might be. It depends on how great this passion is. Right. It really depends on you. But I feel like this is definitely something that's taking you out of your daily routine. It's going to be a definite break with the daily rhythm of things. Okay? And of course what we see next is the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. Really this comes down to the decision. This comes down to taking the first act, taking the first step, right? And they say that the first step is the most difficult. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So this is, bags are packed, and we've got our sunglasses on, we've got our hat, got all our bags, got our ticket, and we're just standing at the front door, and you just got to open the door and walk through. That's all you have to do. And whatever, the car will pick you up and take you to the airport, whatever's going on. But it's that first step. It's getting out of that routine. It's stepping out of that familiar, if routine, situation that we've been in, right? So this card is in the position of the obstacle, the fear, the worry, the concern. And that, I think, is really I wonder if the mystery card is going to be some air energy, because I feel like there's a slightest bit of hesitation here. Right? I feel like this is that moment where it's the most exciting moment, right? Fire energy. It's Mars in Aries. It's that final moment where you're just like, I'm really going to do this. And then you do it, and all this energy is just bursting, is just being released now, right? And of course, the Two of Pentacles at the end. This is something that's going to alter you. It's going to alter your life. Now, it may not be something that completely changes the entire structure of your life, right? But it is something that is going to, it's going to take some getting used to, right? We see that with the Five of Pentacles. And it's something that is, it's allowing you not only the opportunity to do this, really, this is a major thing because this is major arcana energy. Okay, so even if it's one day a week, even if it's just maybe you're taking a class or something, whatever it is, it's a big step for you. It is a big step for you, and I think that's what we're symbolizing here, even if it seems outside like like you're just taking a class or something, right? No, this is a huge thing. You are taking a class, right? It has this kind of energy to it. It has this kind of almost this extreme energy with it. It has this passion. So it is something that's going to change your life in some way. It's also something that's going to alter you because I think it's giving you a little bit more relief in a way, right? I'm feeling like there's going to be kind of a deep breath and you're going to think to yourself, wow, I can do this. I can do whatever I feel, whatever I want, truly want. You know, I think you're discovering not only the joy and the benefit of this particular, interest or hobby or whatever this situation is, but I think you're also discovering that personal power that says, when I decide something, when I have that will to do something, I can do it. So I feel like this is a really empowering thing, and maybe this is the first of many of these big passion projects. Maybe you're going to start following your true spiritual passions more often, more readily, more easily. Yeah. And building up a life that is full of these kinds of relationships, activities, right? And see, back to the Seven of Pentacles here, I want to also point out that this is the card of your relationships, of your environment, of your relationship with the world, right? Maybe not necessarily with a particular person. It could be. And what I see with this, what I'm predicting with this Luster Strength card, adding that to your environment, that it's no longer going to be just kind of a humdrum, mundane interaction with the world. No, now all of your relationships are going to have this robustness, this passion, almost and I don't like this word, but a zest, right? It's really going to enliven all of your interactions. It's going to put some passion back into things. Yeah. Very interesting. Let's look at the mystery card now. I think it's a good time. I'm kind of anticipating some air energy. That was the first feeling that I had. I want you to put your prediction down in the comments section. Let's go ahead and do this as a group. Yeah. I forgot to mention the Ten of Pentacles sitting here. This really is the wealth that you feel. This is kind of, I kind of feel like this card didn't even need explaining, really, right? It was just kind of sitting there in the middle. So I almost forgot about it. This is the end result. This is what you're hoping to achieve. And this is putting together piece by piece your best life. And this is what was kind of unconsciously prompting me to say that this is one of many things. This is a series of interactions, a series of decisions, a series of manifestations for you, of you asserting yourself, of you being you, and fulfilling these passions, exploring these interests, being truly yourself, right? Like I said, it was very empowering with the twos that we had here. The Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. Each of these pentacles, each of these activities, each of these decisions and choices, each time we get the courage to step outside of that doorway, right? To cross the threshold out into the world and do what we feel this kind of passion to do, is adding one more pentacle to the picture of your best life. Okay? And this is real wealth. Now, wealth isn't an object. Wealth isn't just having a lot of money or having a lot of things, having a lot of relationships. It's not having a lot of anything, really. I think what wealth is, in this case, is your ability to know what it is you want, what it is you're passionate about, what is it that is your destiny, that is your soul's desire, and having the strength and the courage to do it, to go after it, succeeding or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're going to go do this activity. Maybe you are taking a class. Maybe you're going to be really bad at it. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are putting the pieces of your life together in a way that is meaningful to you, in a way that has value to you, right? And to do that, we have to know who we are and what we want and what does have value for us, right? It's not having a lot of anything. It's not just, well, the more friends I have, the more wealthy I will feel. No, it's, I think it's quality over quantity. But you have to know what quality is, what has value to you, what is meaningful to you. So let's look at the mystery card now. I think it's going to be air energy. But now I'm kind of feeling a 3 of Wands, right? Because of this idea of having to know ourselves. We have to know what we want. We have to know what has value to us if we're going to then start building our best life. Now, I didn't mention this card because I feel like this was a given, right? This is really the success of what you're doing. This is I think the accumulation of these kinds of experiences, right? These kinds of experience, these kinds of decisions, whether you win or lose, fail or not, right? It's these decisions, it's the process of doing this that is of value, I feel. But let's look at the mystery card. It's a 7 of Wands. I thought maybe a 3 of Wands, but I think a 7 of Wands is fitting because this is really what I was hinting at, I think, a few moments ago about building up the courage and the bravery to make these kinds of decisions. Every time you go through that doorway out into the world to follow your passions, I think we're building up a little bit more of this courage, this valor, right? And I think that we are, through this process, we're putting more zest in our relationships, right? And I think that's what the 7 of Wands really symbolizes. Yeah. Because it's valor. It is the confidence to fight even if the odds are very great. We're going to do it anyway. Right? If someone tells you, "Oh gosh, you're never going to be able to do that." I don't care. What does that matter? Does that mean I should not be trying? Does that mean I should not be doing this? That seems silly. No. And that's the absence of the air energy. We're not questioning. We're not really thinking about it at all. We're not asking for opinions. We're not asking for advice. Yes, we are trying to absorb the wisdom of this experience, right? We're trying to master something. But we're not second-guessing ourselves. And I don't, if somebody says, well, you're never going to be able to do that. Well, that's not the point, right? That's not the point. I like this for you. I think this is very, very nice. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Aquarius, but for every sign. New Aquarius readings Mondays and Thursdays. All right. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.